Hey, Alton, how you guys doing? Before we get started tonight, I just wanted to say happy 4th of July to every single one of you out there, and I hope that you're having a very fun and safe weekend. Now, for my returning viewers, I just wanted to say thank you as well, and I hope you all are having a fantastic weekend. I hope your week has been great and you're getting plenty of rest. Also, you may have noticed the environment around me in some of these segments recently has changed. Well, it has. I decided to move my recording studio back into my office. And reason being is because, well, I made some enhancements here in this room. I've added some sound deadening foam to some of the walls to help alleviate some of the echo that may be coming across in the vocals of these segments. Also, with this room being a little bit smaller, it makes it easier to control the lighting and, of course, the video as well. Now, I'm asking you as viewers to leave a comment and let me know, is the audio coming through precisely and crisp? Or are there any issues on your end? And if so, let me know as well, because all of your feedback is going to help me make this better. Eventually, the content, of course, will get better. And I would like to think I've only been doing this a year and only able to get out a segment a week. So today, getting a second segment out for you guys is very rare for me. So hopefully, you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. Let's get into the meat of this segment. All right, here we go, you guys. So a couple days ago, we did our reaction and review to The Acolyte Episode 6, where I finally come out and just said it. The series is garbage. We got poor acting, poor writing, poor exposition. It's just got awful. There's no direction to it. It's been 6 episodes of chaos. There's nothing to the story. They have 2 episodes to clean this up, to give us better exposition, context, to wrap it all up in a nice little bow and send us all on our way until the next Star Wars series. Honestly, I don't think they can do it. I have zero confidence in them to do it. None. So I think it does. I agree. It deserves its 14% audience score rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But there are others that don't think so. There is a web-based magazine called Collider. They used to have a very large footprint here on YouTube. They would do movie reviews. They would have little live podcasts discussing pop culture, music, TV shows. And slowly it just dwindled away once ownership changed and they started bringing in different management. They started injecting identity politics and agendas into all of their shows. And slowly they started losing those personalities that were on these programs and on these platforms. And to me, they've lost credibility because they started doing these things. Agendas, politics. That's not why we go to entertainment channels. We go to entertainment channels to escape. We want to know what's coming next. Not if a cast is the most diverse cast in Hollywood history, or if it's the first woman action hero. Come on. That's not why we're here. We're here because we love an IP. We want to know about what's going on with it. But yet, when that IP provides us with a product that is inferior and we criticize it, we are the bad guys, at least according to Lucasfilm and Disney. And of course, now the media and Collider. This particular article goes on to talk about how us OG fans are misogynistic, phobes, ists, as always. And of course, we are unwilling to go along with change, to progress. This article goes on to talk about how uninclusive the original trilogy was. And I beg to differ. This is coming from someone who doesn't know the property, doesn't know the factions, doesn't understand the politics of the factions. Only goes by what they're told and what they see in their little 30-second episodes on TikTok. Let's talk about the Empire. Let's talk about the Rebel Alliance. Who are they? The Empire. They were humanists, racists. They were a fascistic overlord government. They were dictators. They did not like aliens. They did not like other cultures. They did not like other races. These people traveled planet to planet, from system to system, committing genocide on a regular basis. The only kind was humankind. That was the Empire. Let's look at the Rebel Alliance. Remember, it's not diverse enough, according to this article, this writer, this author. Who are the leader of the Rebel Alliance? Who are the leaders? Mon Mothma, Princess Leia. Wait a minute. Two female leaders. And not only that, Princess Leia was the brains of the outfit when it comes to Luke and Han. She was the one who was dragging them all across the galaxy and getting them to do the things they needed to do. They're bumbling idiots, as George Lucas said it himself just a few weeks ago. Not diverse enough. Empire. Not enough inclusiveness, not enough diversity. All right, we get introduced to Lando Calrissian, gambler, smuggler, playboy. And what does he do? He's the hero of the entire trilogy. He, Lando Calrissian, destroyed the second Death Star in Return of the Jedi. The hero of the entire trilogy was a black general. Not diverse enough. Okay. Prequels. Let's get into the Phantom Menace. We're introduced to Queen Padme Amidala, leader of the Naboo, queen of an entire planet, a powerful, influential woman in the Galactic Senate. Not diverse enough. The media tries to claim that we were bullying the guy who played Jar Jar Binks. I always forget his name. Online. It got to the point where he came close to ending himself. And it was us fans who were bullying him to that. Online. Mind you, we were bullying him online. What year did The Phantom Menace get released? 1997. The internet was huge back then, wasn't it? All these platforms, all these chat rooms. And he was being lambasted because he was playing a racist character, the bumbling Jar Jar. In fact, it wasn't the fans at all. It was them out there. It was the media. They were the ones that were claiming that the character was racist. It was the media. It wasn't us fans. We may not have liked the character and thought it was a little bit too foolish, but it wasn't us who was. It wasn't us. It was the media, the critics. And it was also the critics that were saying that the Neomoidians were also a racist character. Now, I want you to think about that. Racist characters. Now, if a character is written, and let's just say it's an alien species other than human, how is it that one of us here in real life, when they see a extraterrestrial or a alien species act a certain way, and they see that it has certain traits, and that particular critic starts attributing Earth-like stereotypical traits to this alien or being, wouldn't that be a little racist themselves? Because they're trying to project a Earth stereotype onto an alien, saying that it represents this culture or this people. That's racist. Was it the fans who were doing that? No. Media, the critics. That's who the racists were. So it's the media projecting upon us, the fans, again, for something that they are doing, not us fans. Now, going through the rest of the prequels, you see a diverse multitude of cultures, and races, and species. Clone Wars. Padme again in the forefront as a leader. As a leader. But yet, it's not diverse enough. Mace Windu. Grand Master of the Jedi Council. Not diverse enough. But yet, we're the racists. You get into the sequel trilogy, and what happens? You have a female lead and a black co-lead. A successful movie. There was no calls for racism there, were there? No. You know why? Because the fans liked it. We didn't care who the lead actors were or who was in it, because we cared about the story. It was Star Wars. Star Wars was back. But yet, no. The racists were the critics. Was Disney. Have you ever looked at the promotional posters for The Force Awakens? The American version. Finn, Rey. Down here in the bottom, you had Han, Leia, Chewie, BB-8. Everybody else over here. Then you look at the foreign marketing poster. Rey, Han, Leia, BB-8. And tucked way back here in the bottom is Finn, hiding behind BB-8. Why? Why would you hide Finn for an overseas campaign? I thought Disney was about diversity, equity, and inclusion. You're going to hide it because the Chinese government is racist towards blacks? Shouldn't Finn be in the forefront as he is for the American promotional materials? Yeah. So who's racist now? Disney. Then you get into The Last Jedi, talking about how Kelly Marie Tran was bullied because of her role. What, you're going to have, what, a handful of people talking about the character, talking about the character being a unnecessary character. Not her as a person, but yet because they're saying the character is no good, that's bullying the person. Well, you're already injecting identity politics, agendas, and everyday politics into your movie. That's not why we're going. We're going for the escape. We're the racists. I mean, we're going to go back. Let's take a look at something. I want you guys to see something. Rotten Tomatoes, these scores. Raya's Force Awakens, audience score, 84%. Rogue One, 87% audience score. Wow. Two movies, female led, both with diverse casts. Where's the racism there? Didn't hear any calls for racism or misogyny or ists or phobes. Not for these. Why? Because maybe they're universally agreed to be good. They were good. Now you continue down in order. Okay, you have let's come back here. Okay, you have The Last Jedi. You pushed an agenda. You brought in identity politics. What happened to the score? Your fans turned on you. You made Luke look like a bitch. The most powerful Jedi that has ever been in the galaxy. You made him look like a bitch. That is why your fans turned on you. 41% from the audience. You get into Solo. That was a train wreck from the beginning. Kathleen Kennedy and the original writer and directors butting heads constantly, so Ron Howard had to come in and do what he could do with the scraps and got us what he got. And considering what he had to go through, shit, it wasn't that bad. Solo wasn't great, but it was still okay. It was still Star Wars. No one complained about it. No one called anyone racist. No one called anyone a phobe. No one was being mean to anybody. These are your projections, Disney. You're projecting what you feel and what you think of your fans on your fans. You go into it, you continue it. Rise of Skywalker, audience score 86%. But why do the critics have it at a 51? Is it because the critics are racists? They're phobes? They're misogynist? I mean, there was even a lesbian kiss. How could the critics not like it? Diverse cast. Female lead. Lesbian kiss. Everything the media loves. But yet, they gave it a 51%. Now, if we're such phobes, ists, and misogynists, whatever you want to call us, how come us fans gave it an 86%, Disney? Can't answer it, can you? Yet we'll give that an 86%, and you're pissed because we're giving the freaking Acolyte a 14% because it's shitty writing, shitty acting, shitty storytelling. We're the racists because you're giving us a bad product. You know, we really do. There's a lot of us out here. We really do look forward to the next series. You know why? Because this is what we want to see from now on. This is it. This is what we want to see. You have destroyed this IP just by your marketing promotions, not by us. You're out there marketing, telling us it's going to be the most diverse, most equity, most inclusive, the gayest. You're marketing to a minor portion of this country's population. Maybe 5%, 3%. And how many of them really are science fiction fans? Think about it. And us old school fans, us racists and phobes and ists or whatever you want to call us, we're the ones spending the money. We're buying the Lego sets. We were buying the toys. We were buying the expanded universe, books, comic books, all of it. But not anymore. Because the product you are putting out is garbage. Come on, look at the High Republic. How come nobody bought the High Republic books? Was it because there are quality stories? No. Maybe it was because there was a sentient rock. A sentient rock in the first book. Not only was it a sentient rock, it was the co-pilot to a freaking Star Cruiser. I am not kidding. If any of you have not read any of the High Republic books, yes, in the first book, a sentient rock that was a co pilot. And you wonder why no one buys your products, no one buys your toys, especially us old school people, because what you're putting out there is junk. There's no connection. You're going after a demographic that doesn't want you. You have the media telling you they want it. You have the genres. You have the different demographics telling you they want it. But then when you give it to them, who watches it? Why are your ratings so low? Is it just because they're watching it and that's it? And you're calling getting 4 million views in a week success? That's not success. But I can't wait. I can't wait for the next series. What is it? The Skeleton Crew. How are you going to mess this up? And that it's turning more into a game than anything. Because we want to see how much more or how worse it can get. It's like watching a train wreck. Keep injecting your politics. Keep injecting your DEI into it. Keep pushing your agendas. Keep going. Just keep going. And it's just finally going to get to the bottom and there ain't going to be nothing left. And you're going to wonder, why haven't we made any money? Why haven't we broke even yet on this IP? We've had this for 10 years. We paid $4.5 billion for this, and we still haven't made money. We haven't made a penny on this. Why? Because the majority of the stuff that you're putting out is junk. That's why. And we're going to sit back here and we are going to watch it. We're going to go to the store. We're going to buy a dozen donuts. We're going to sit here and eat these donuts and watch it all burn down and laugh. That's what we're going to do. But that's enough. I'm done. We're the bad guys. We're the bad guys. And you're projecting your thoughts on us, saying that we're doing what you're doing. And it's all you. It's all you. I'm out of here. Fuck you, Disney.